Hi, and welcome back to Kace Mobile Notary's channel. Thank you for stopping by today. We have a good one for you today, okay? So let's just jump right into it. What happens when someone refuses a document that you've notarized? Whether it's a bank, a title company, or even the signer themselves. Document repudiation can create serious challenges sometimes. And in this video, we're going to talk about what repudiation means, why it happens, and what steps you can take to protect yourself and your clients regarding it. So my name is Celine. I am a notary. I have been a notary since 2006. And what we do on this channel is we help you level up your learning so you can level up your life. So what does repudiate mean? It basically means when you take the document that you've notarized, or the client takes the document that you've notarized to its receiving party and they reject it. That's what repudiate means, okay? So they're rejecting the validity or authority of the document and they're refusing to accept it, okay? All right, so that's what we're talking about today. So what are some common reasons on why sometimes they won't accept the document? So it could be a signer claims that they were coerced or did not understand the document. That could be a reason. The receiving institution of wherever it's going rejects the notarization format or finds an error in the document. The document contains fraudulent or misleading information. The party disputes the legal enforceability of the document. And then it could be a notarization issue, such as missing information or an improper notary certificate. So some of those reasons are sometimes why it might get rejected. Okay, and you all know, like I know, if something gets rejected, they're going to call you back, right? All right, and then you have to explain what you're responsible for, right? Okay, so what should a notary do if the document gets rejected? I'm going to give you 4 steps, okay, regarding that. So first, step 1. You want to gather the information. So when your customer calls, you want to find out if it's the signer, the title company, or whatever legal authority it was. You want to find out who is not accepting the document. Okay, so who is not accepting it, and then why is it being rejected? So you got to find out the reason and delve deep into why. Was it a notarization error? Was it a legal error? Were there fraud concerns? Find out what's the real reason of why it got rejected. Okay, so then second, you want to review your notary journal. Okay, check for any like discrepancies or irregularities in your record that you documented. Okay, ensure all required fields were completely and correctly filled out in your journal. Make sure you have everything that you need. Okay. Step 3, you want to verify if a correction or re-notarization is allowed for the document. Okay, so whatever the reason may have been and it got rejected, you want to find out, okay, does this just needs to be re-notarized? Maybe we get a fresh document. Is there, some places don't like you to scratch out anything, but you shouldn't be scratching out totally. You put a line through and an initial. Sometimes they don't like that either. So if it could be something just as simple as that you need a whole fresh document that has just no mistakes. Okay. If the issue is a clerical error, you may be able to just re-notarize the document with the signer there, of course. Notaries cannot alter completed notarizations, of course, we know that, but you may complete a new notarization, okay? So you want to just redo it if you need to redo it, okay? Step 4, you want to understand when to decline or report the issue, okay? So if the if the document was refused and it involves like fraud or coercion or illegal activity, for example, you want to report the situation to the authorities, such as the Secretary of State office or local enforcement or whomever, you might need to get involved depending on what type of document it is and the issue at hand. And if the document was properly notarized, you are not responsible for how the receiving party interprets it. So if everything's correct in your notary block and you notarize it, you're not responsible for if the receiving party actually will take that document. Your job is to make sure that you are notarizing the person's signature and that you are validating and you saw that person's ID to say that that particular person signed the document. So not what's in the document to where someone or the receiving party is not going to accept it for whatever's inside of the document, right? Okay, so how to prevent, we're going to move on, how to prevent repudiation issues as a notary, okay? So you want to ensure that the signer is willing, right? Willing and aware. So that's one way. Always confirm the signers understand what they're signing, okay? Use proper notarial language. Ensure that your notary certificates meet your state standard that you need. And then avoid unauthorized legal advice. Don't give any legal advice, of course. Sometimes they'll ask you, this document is going to XYZ. Is this all I need? Or will they take it like this or something like that? Those type of questions, you can't answer. You want to refer them to who's ever receiving the document to make sure that they're getting all of their rules or what they want, what they're looking for, and what they need in order for them to handle that particular business that they're trying to handle. And then always, always, always double check your notary work before that customer leaves. Make sure you're double checking what you've signed, notarized, put the correct date on there and all of that before they leave that appointment. So you always, always want to double check your work, okay? So the key takeaways from this video basically is that repudiation can happen for various reasons, okay? But notaries are only responsible for proper notarization. So not the document's contents or acceptance. So I want you to always remember that, okay? Your job is to make sure it's properly notarized, no matter what the contents of the document is, whether the receiving party accepts it or not, okay? So have you ever had a document that was not accepted, or as they call, repudiated? Have you ever had a document like that? If you have, in the comments, let us know. What happened? How did you handle it? What did you do? What type of document was it? If you can talk about it, let's talk about it in the comments. I'm going to meet you there. I'm going to also link in the description our Etsy store. We have lots of notary information in there that's very helpful to notaries. So I'm going to put that in the link below as well. And I want to thank you for stopping by and checking us out today. And I hope this was able to help someone. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.